Beginning. I had always considered myself just another human wandering the stars, a low-ranking engineer aboard the SS Orion Venture, assigned to routine maintenance runs on distant trade stations. Life was predictable, monotonous, and safe. Until I was assigned to Station Elysium 9, a diplomatic hub known for hosting delegations from countless alien civilizations. The moment I docked, I knew something extraordinary was about to happen. The corridors were wider than any building I'd ever seen, lined with luminous panels that pulsed in a soft rhythm, like the heartbeat of the station itself. Ships of all shapes and sizes floated past transparent windows, and beings of every imaginable form passed by in silent acknowledgement of one another's presence. And then I saw her. She stood near the central plaza, surrounded by a small contingent of elite guards. Her armor gleamed like liquid metal, etched with patterns that shimmered in the station's soft light. Her height alone commanded attention, but it was her presence that stunned me, a calm, absolute authority that seemed to bend the space around her. She was the alien warrior known across the galaxy as Kylara of Vatris, a legendary commander whose victories in interstellar conflicts were spoken of in or by starfarers and generals alike. She had never smiled in public, or even allowed herself a moment of weakness. And yet, there I was, staring. Before I realized it, my lips curved into a smile. Not the polite smile humans offer strangers, not the nervous one we hide behind, a real, involuntary smile, full of admiration, awe, and something deeper I hadn't yet named. Her violet eyes locked on mine instantly. For a fraction of a second, time slowed. Guards froze mid-step, conversations stuttered, and even the glow of the station seemed to dim. Then, in a voice sharp and melodic at once, she asked, "Human, why are you smiling?" I swallowed. My throat dry, my mind racing, and yet the words that came out were uncontrollable. "Because you're beautiful." The words hung in the air like a charged particle cloud. She froze. For the first time in her known life, the unflinching alien warrior stopped moving. Her ears, delicate, fin-like appendages on either side of her head, flushed a soft pink. Her violet eyes widened, shimmering with an emotion I could not immediately identify. Shock, confusion, something close to disbelief. "Beautiful," she whispered, almost to herself. "Yes," I said, stepping forward instinctively. "I've never seen anyone like you. Strong, terrifying, and yet, breathtaking." A murmur ran through the surrounding crowd. Whispers in dozens of alien languages debated whether I had committed a grave offense, but Kylara didn't move. She simply stared. Then she turned sharply, commanding her guards. "Bring him to the Hall of Valor. Now." Middle. The Hall of Valor. I was escorted through vast corridors of polished alloy and crystal, every step echoing in the silence of the station. The Hall of Valor was even more imposing, a colossal chamber dedicated to warriors and heroes of Vatris. Weapons floated in anti-gravity displays, ancient battle trophies glimmered, and walls were etched with the histories of civilizations she had conquered or spared. Kylara's guards halted at the center. She stepped forward, standing mere feet away from me, her violet eyes scanning every inch of me as if reading my very soul. "Do you understand the weight of your words, human?" she asked, her voice both melodic and dangerous. I nodded. "I do, and I don't care. I meant every word." She tilted her head. "You call me beautiful, a warrior, feared across the stars, and yet you see something more." "Yes," I said, boldly. "I see someone beyond the armor. Someone who deserves to be admired, not feared." For a long moment, she said nothing. Then, almost imperceptibly, she stepped closer. "Humans are strange," she murmured. "Few speak honestly. Fewer still speak without expectation." I smiled, encouraged by her softened tone. "Then maybe that's why I'm still standing here." Kylara studied me for what felt like hours. Every motion was precise, calculated, yet now there was hesitation, vulnerability. It was alien to see a warrior so perfectly in control appear uncertain. Finally, she spoke. "If you truly mean this, you must prove it." I blinked. "Prove it?" She gestured to a massive doorway. Beyond it was the Chamber of Trials, a legendary testing ground used by Vatris for centuries. Every warrior who sought honor, claim, or bond with another had to face it. Few survived. Many had died. "You will enter the trials," Kylara said. "Not for your life, but for your heart. Humans are weak. Let us see if yours is strong enough to withstand the test." The trials of the heart. The Chamber of Trials was unlike anything I had ever seen. A vast, dome-like structure floated in zero gravity, its floor a mosaic of shifting stars. Strange energy streams pulsed along the walls, illuminating paths that appeared only to lead to danger. The air hummed with an intensity that made my skin tingle. The first trial was fear. Images of my past, of failures and regrets, projected around me. Shadows of people I had failed to save, opportunities one had squandered, threats I could not stop, all twisted into terrifying forms. Kylara's voice echoed through the dome. "Face your fear, human, or leave forever." I clenched my fists, drawing on every ounce of courage. "I choose her. I will face whatever it takes." The shadows dissolved. The second trial was desire and temptation. Phantom visions of luxury, power, and recognition appeared, everything a human might crave in the galaxy. I felt the lure, the promise of comfort and safety, but I remembered Kylara, standing proud, waiting for truth. "I want none of this," I said aloud. "I want her." The energy shimmered. A pathway opened to the center of the chamber, where Kylara herself awaited, silent, radiant, and impossibly beautiful. The moment of truth. When I reached her, I could see her vulnerability clearly now. The violet of her eyes softened. For the first time, her fierce warrior persona melted, revealing someone capable of tenderness, someone longing for recognition beyond fear and power. "You survived," she said, her voice trembling slightly. "Few humans would endure this. Few would even dare to speak to me as you did." "I meant every word," I said. "I see you, not just the warrior, but the being behind the armor." She stepped closer, closing the last distance between us. Her hand brushed mine. Sparks, literal sparks of energy, arced from her skin to mine. Not dangerous, not painful, but profound. A connection, like two worlds colliding. She whispered. "I've never heard anyone say that to me, not with such honesty." "Then hear it again," I said. "You are beautiful." Her ears flushed deeper, her chest rising in shallow breaths. Her violet eyes glistened. "Beautiful," she whispered, tasting the word as though it had power she had never known. "For me." "Yes. For you." The chamber seemed to quiet, the stars pausing in their endless swirl. Ending. A new bond across stars. The trials ended not with combat, but with understanding. Kylara's heart, long shielded, long devoted to duty and conquest, had been touched by something unfamiliar: admiration, respect, and perhaps something akin to love. She led me out of the chamber into the open air of the central plaza. Citizens and visitors watched silently as the legendary warrior and the human stood together. Kylara raised her hand and spoke to the crowd. This human dared to see me differently. He dared to speak honestly. And for that, I acknowledge him. Gasps rippled through the plaza. Aliens whispered, humans stared in disbelief, and the guards, usually unyielding, relaxed, sensing the shift in power. She turned to me, her expression soft but commanding. "You may have survived the trials, human. But more importantly, you have touched me in a way no one else has. I do not know what this means for us, yet I want to explore it." I smiled. Then I will follow you anywhere. Her eyes shone brighter than any star in the galaxy. For the first time, Kylara allowed herself a real, genuine smile. Beautiful, she whispered, and this time, not as a question, but as a statement. I took her hand. Together, we looked out over the endless stars, knowing that the bond forged in courage, honesty, and admiration would span galaxies, a human and an alien warrior, discovering something neither had dared to imagine before. And for the first time in my life, I realized that a smile, a single, simple human smile, could change destinies.